We are diligently preparing for arguably one of the top FCS program in the country. I mean, JMU is 2019 the runner-up, for the national championship. So it's an excellent football team. Coach Cignetti has done a really great job of taking the talent, the people that he has, his staff, of putting together a really strong program. And we're excited about the opportunity for them, coming down here to Williamsburg and play. All of us have had challenges we've had to deal with, from personnel to travel to just all the different things, as we all know. We've all discussed this before, but it's a good football team that's coming here. They have an outstanding group of players. The running backs, there's a stable of running backs that have done extraordinarily well. Offensive line is they're veteran. They have receivers that are explosive and can stretch the field. Defensively, they probably have arguably the best player in FCS football, defensive player, number 3, who's does a great job. He played inside last year. Now he's a defensive end this year. Linebackers are good. So again, it's why they're ranked, consistently over the last couple of years, tops of FCS football. So, we're looking forward to playing them. Obviously, you always want to have opportunities to play and compete against the best that are out there, and this will definitely be one of those challenges. I've been involved in some games where you're not expected to win, and you win those games. The psyche, can change the trajectory of a lot of things. And obviously, when you're playing one of the best, you're going to have to play your best game plus some. But the opportunity to play a great team and to win a game like that, a lot of times can change the fortunes of your program or the trajectory of it. So that's our goal. Our plan is to prepare as well as we can, and then just leave it out on the field. Yeah, Malachi is a great young man, from Handley High School in Virginia. Relative of a great running back Virginia had, Virginia Tech, had a couple of years ago, that played played up there in Blacksburg. And Malachi is a tough, hard, fast runner. The guy, he's really fast. He's probably one of the fastest guys we have on our team. And, his ability to run behind a big offensive line and find the holes, jump cut, accelerate through, gives us an opportunity to hopefully have a productive running game. He is one of those players that has stepped up, big time. Like I said, we played 16 freshmen on Saturday, and a lot of them, it was their first of anything. Alex Washington got an interception towards the end right there, true freshman. John Pius, defensive outside backer, pass rush on the edge, got a sack, a significant loss for them, true freshman. Rye Yates, a tight end for us, is going to be really, really good. Got his first, pass caught, and you just go on and on and on about, those guys that have played. But having a guy like Malachi in this freshman class, this team, bodes well for our future, and we're happy about having him. Will Kiley is a veteran that has played in a lot of college football games. He is active. He can move. He can pass rush, play the run. He's one of our better players, on defense, and really happy, for Will and what he does and what he brings to our defense. Again, I thought the defense played well in against Elon. We're going to have to play really, really well against James Madison, because they're the type of team that says, "Hey, we're running the ball right over here, and you stop us." And so we're gonna need Will's best effort, best game as well. But he's been a leader for us, an outstanding player for us, and we're looking for him to do big things as he starts playing more games. Obviously, we want to see again an amount of improvement from our last game and the issues that we have. We had 3 controllable errors, and those were those fumbles early on that just flipped the field for Elon. I mean, those are things that you can do that you can eliminate those issues. You can eliminate some of the penalties that we had that were, that weren't called for. That's just a matter of just us worrying about ourselves and not what the opponent's doing. The 3 offside hard count penalties, we jumped off sides. You can eliminate those things. So we can improve the way we play by doing things that we can do and what we can control. Obviously, our effort is going to have to match their effort and their skill set. They're very, very good at all their positions, but it's a crazy thing about on Saturdays. Any given Saturday, any given Sunday, whatever high school football that you play on Fridays, that being in that mindset and things going the right way for you. So we're going to try to create a mindset of, so what, now what? I'm quite sure they have challenges as well. And, it's who can rise to the occasion and capitalize on the moment. So that's what we're hoping for. And we'll see what happens on Saturday. Our kids are like all kids are king of the social media. They read what's going on, what's happening and all those things. So, we have to make sure that what we can control are the things that we do, how we practice, how we try to add up to more than what they have. How we are going to be. It's going to be crucial for field position. Last year, 2019 when we played them, the field position, their ability to return punts and set up their first possession, that was critical. The field position part of it. So we got to do a much better job of doing that, and because you can't just give a team that's good the opportunity to start their average field position. I believe it was like on the 40 or something. So we got to do a much better job than that. But our guys, like I said, they all read things, they hear things, they know players from different teams. But we can control just what we can control. That's the way we play, and we respect these guys a lot. But at the same time, we're going to plan and prepare to be competitive enough to have a successful day on Saturday. The everyday aspects of what's going on in these guys' lives. I just had one of my players who had a best friend who died a few days ago. And there's no amount of a game that's going to, minimize the way he feels. I have guys whose parents, players that they know have been impacted by the pandemic, in a big way. So what sport has done, or what the opportunity to play on Saturdays has done, regardless of the opponent, has provided an opportunity for competition, for them to do the thing that they love, to keep that mental health, that psyche thing going on. They all know that this is one of the best teams in FCS football. They all know that it's an in-state school. They know some of the players on their team. They know those things. But some of the things, real life things they've been fighting against and dealing with is of critical importance. But at the same time, having a chance to play and compete and get out there and do the things that they love, celebrate with their teammates. They had a chance. We had some family members that were here. They were part of the protocol for having, fans at our game. And it was amazing that as they were looking and they saw just physically their parents or their family members, not just by Zoom, but actually saw them, that all of a sudden it did turn up, their gear a notch. And so now we have another home game, another opportunity for those family members to see our guys again, to look across the field. So the feeling of seeing someone in person, your loved one live is an incredible feeling. The feeling of playing a good team like James Madison, it just lends itself to when you're a competitor. So I don't know if I'd answer your question or not, but it's like to see these guys just kind of just their continence, their how they feel about what's going on. It's been amazing to see that, more than anything else. Now their opportunity to compete as you would have a spring practice, it counts. Games are counting. So they're getting on the job experience. They're playing, competitive reps versus really good teams. And so that's going to accelerate some of the learning curve for them. Others, it might impede it a little bit, but eventually it'll make them better because they'll be around our strength coaches and all those things. So it's been really good to watch how they have reacclimated themselves to getting ready to play football games, being a student, getting mentally and emotionally, prepared to compete. So again, this generation of young men and women that are playing in sports now, my hat goes off to them because of the things that they've endured and what they've experienced. So having a chance to compete, it does help in a lot of ways.